So what do you guys think about this? We have the UAW strike going on, right? It went from just a couple places to now it's like thousands and thousands and thousands of people striking. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, last week, I see Ford dealers start popping up where the Ford dealer technicians are striking against their own union in some places. Like, okay, wow, this is getting crazy. Then today I wake up and I got a notification on the top of my phone stating so many thousands of Canadian UAW workers are now striking. What the fuck? Seriously. What is going on here? And then Diesel Tech Chris showed on his TikTok, he said, look at my shop. I'm usually loaded up with diesel work. Look like a ghost town. Can't get parts, can't get anything. Ordered a power steering pump for like an OBS from in the 90s. Been waiting more than 5 days for the thing to show up, nothing. I mean, I get the UAW strike. I get why the workers need to be paid. I just think that doing it the way that they did, asking for as much as they have in the manner that they did, was not the right way to do it. There was a much smarter way to do this. And now it's literally fucking people in this industry. A lot of people are probably going to end up losing their jobs because of this strike. There's a lot of plants that are probably going to bring people back, and what they're going to slowly do is they're going to start looking at ways to thin people out or actually get rid of people. Implement new strategies and stuff in the plant, learning or coming from all this. The way it was approached and the manner that it was approached was not a bright idea at all. And it's literally causing people to lose their jobs, especially supporting unions that support the UAW manufacturing plants and how they're starting to have to lay off their guys or prepare them for layoffs because they don't have enough work to keep them busy. The extra, like the contractors and stuff that come in to make sure the plants stay up and running, the machines stay good, everything's painted, everything's up to code and stuff like that, the people that support the UAW workers. And if you didn't miss last night's live stream on Power Stroke Tech Talk with A-Rod, you would have seen that we had a former UAW worker on the channel. And the things that he had to say about it, if you don't know, DS Trucks is a world of information when it comes to the inside of what goes on. And he basically spilled the beans on some of the stuff that would happen. Told some of his own personal stories on what goes on inside these plants and stuff like that. And how lazy some of the workers can be, the quality of the job that's being done. He kind of gave some insight on issues with like management type stuff that he had to deal with jealousy and how it would go on and on and on. There were several people on there that brought up like the Chicago plant, how they had two different gangs on two different sides of the plant that would sabotage each side to make them do more work, or it would cause an issue. And the UAW over all this, not being able to do anything or not doing anything. We talked a lot. He didn't say it was all the UAW's fault. A lot of it was management's fault. A lot of it is the UAW's fault. Problem is, we have these unions that say they protect the people and they're going to do this and they're going to do that, and they don't do much of what they say. Nothing. I've been in several unions now, and I'm glad that I'm not in one anymore. Now I'm the owner of a company, so I can take care of my employees, I can treat them fairly, I can work with the customers fairly, and I don't have to go through all that. The issue that I see here is there are too many people that are brainwashed by their union to think they do no good or think they do no harm. And it's ridiculous. You can literally find article after article after article on people that have done things, that have extorted, went to prison, stuff like that from many unions. Now, there are some good unions out there, don't get me wrong. The days of there being a benefit to the union have pretty much long gone. A lot of states have a lot of protection in place when it comes to how to take care of the employees and stuff like that. So why we would expect unions to do anything in a lot of these states, and I know what a lot of you are going to say, oh, the union is why you make the wages that you make now. Okay, I'll give you that, but we make that now. We don't need them anymore. There's too much corruption going on. Remember the story I told about the underground rings that were going on with the prostitution and the children stuff in the past? And what did DS talk about last night on the live stream? Yeah, at one point in time there was drugs and there was alcohol and there's a girl drinking right on the line. She'd sit there and have her drink, her alcohol of choice, and just have at it on the clock. Just taking a quick lunch break and just sit there while on lunch and then get right back on the line and stuff like that. There used to be prostitution and stuff inside the manufacturing facilities and stuff like that. Oh yeah. It's sad when you get so many people defending the UAW, but they don't want to actually tell the truth about what's going on. You know, we pass it off to the consumer as an expensive product. The product's gonna go up. If you look over the last 3 years on what's going on, the vehicles have statistically went up between $15,000 and $30,000, and they're not getting better value. They're not getting a better product. So why should that be passed off to the consumer when look, new Super Duties $20,000 to $30,000 more than what they're actually worth? I mean, we gotta be real here. This is only going to make things worse, and people are going to lose their jobs. And I wouldn't be surprised if when these manufacturers do come to an agreement, they don't slowly over the next year start implementing things where they can actually thin people out, and then they won't need people anymore. A lot of it will be turned over to robotics or hybrid systems or something like that, all because they thought this was a great idea to do this mass revolt instead of actually doing it. And then you hear people saying, oh, 40% pay increase, that's like nothing over the next 4 years. That's 10% a year. That is absolutely a lot for people to say. And then they want 5 work days paid in 4. So they only want to work 4, but they want to be paid for 5. This doesn't make any sense. Somebody from this union and leadership from each one of these factories or something should have sat down and said, look, this is stop. This doesn't even seem legit. But you guys will come on here from the union and you'll fight me and you'll call names and scab and everything else. But I'm not the bootlicker. I'm not the one that's sitting here sucking up to my union instead of standing up to them and being like, y'all need to do better. You're not doing enough for us. And it's not the consumer's fault. And at the end of the day, if you don't like your job, go find another job. It's that easy. And if it's not that easy for you, you need to work harder. Educate yourself better. And I know everybody doesn't have that opportunity, but you can damn sure make that opportunity as a free person in today's society, no matter what color, religion, whatever it is that you are. You have options. Everybody has the same options. I don't believe in all this other crap that's going on. Everybody has the same options if you push hard enough. And if you got to work a little harder, well, then you just got to work a little harder. I wouldn't want to be part of the shenanigans that's going on right now. It's going to get bad. It's going to get real bad. On the independent side, I'm not seeing it. I'm good. The dealer side, warranty side, the factory side, oh, they're hurting. But I'll catch y'all later. It's just my thoughts. If you didn't catch the video from last night, I'll leave the link down below so you can go catch the video. Listen to Mr. DS Trucks himself talk about what's going on. Be blessed.